Hey everybody, good evening. How are you? I am sorry I'm late today. I was kind of recovering from a bit of a headache, a borderline migraine. I don't know if y'all have ever suffered with those, but let me tell you something. You feel one coming on, that's no joke. Absolutely no joke. So I was like, sorry, we're not going to play those games today. I don't want those prizes. So that's why I'm a little bit late today. Other than that, I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. We are going to continue with the spread we've been doing, what may happen today and how it may affect you or how you may feel about it. Because it seems like that's pretty okay. I haven't heard anything from y'all. You've been quiet. So we're just going to keep doing this. And if you don't like it and you want me to go back to the other spread, the where you're at right now, where you're headed in advice guidance, then, open thy mouth. Closed mouths do not get fed. So you got to tell me. So anyways, moving on. What other junk do I always have to say? If you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your support. If you are brand new, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to stop and check me out. We just do like a little daily guidance just to see what's going on. Timing is fluid on these. It could be happening now, could have already happened, could happen in the next couple of days. It just depends. Everybody's on a different timeline. So if you come across this video 2 months from now and it hits you, chances are it's for you. Also, these are not sign specific. If I do talk about signs, it's usually the energy surrounding that sign. So it's always a good idea to kind of go research air, fire, earth, water, and just get the energies around those signs so you know what I'm talking about. I explain myself pretty good, but sometimes I'm human, and I kind of leave you out there a little bit. So it's always good to self-educate. Always, always. Oh, and by the way, you might want to check the About section of this channel. I have some links in there that are interesting. If you would like to get a better understanding of yourself and the things that go on around you and whys and wherefores and how-tos and all that other good stuff, I have a link in there for your birth chart. It's free. The first one you get should always be free. I personally recommend later on getting a professional one. I think it's a good idea, but you don't always need it. It's not necessary. So I put a link in there for the birth chart. And then also, what else? What else is in there? Oh, the Facebook. My Facebook group, where I just post things every day that might be helpful and or interesting to the group. We just kind of chit chat back and forth. Also, I have a TikTok link. I do shorter readings there, post all kinds of odds and ends. So go ahead, just do them all. If for some reason I have told a big fat lie and you cannot find the birth chart link in my About section, it's always in the information below this reading. I always post them in every reading. So that's that. I think that's the whole rant. Oh, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new reading. I do really appreciate everybody who watches, support. Thank you. As a person who's just starting out, I really, really, really do. And you know what? Even as time goes by, we'll always appreciate you guys. Because if it wasn't for you watching, I wouldn't be here. So, there you go. Thank you. Alright. Let me stop talking about that and start focusing on that. Lots of shuffling today. Got a full moon. I think it's on Friday. Yeah, I forget what it's in. I heard it just the other day, and my goodness, Virgo, Libra. No, what is it? See, now I gotta find out. I don't know. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow. Like usually the day before or the day of, I like to chit chat a little bit about it, just so people are aware. It's always good to know what's going on astrologically around you, just in general. So, when people are kind of acting a little nutty, you can be like, gotcha. We are made up of, 70-some% water or something like that? I don't know. So it would be silly to think that we are not affected by the moon phases. Yeah, so, and I've seen it. I've seen it myself in person. It can make people do whack things. Anyways, I think that is enough shuffling. Let's go ahead. Spirit, what you got? What messages for the collective do we have today? Again, with the new beginnings. This is a popular theme right now. All right, so I think there's something that you have been either working on or waiting for an opportunity, and the door is open. It's a full moon. Interesting, we got a full moon card. This is new moon. I'm sorry. It has a full moon on it. Universe is asking you to go ahead and step through. Step through that doorway. Blossoming flower moon. There we go. There's another full moon. See, talk about that full moon and it just comes out. Self-love. All right, so I think that you've been working on something, like I said, and you are finally starting to give yourself the credit that you deserve, not downplay yourself, not put yourself in a box in a corner, not say, it's okay, I just do this, or not even talking about it even. I think you're blossoming, you're finally starting to come out of your shell. Universe is saying, you know what? Go through that doorway. Go through that doorway. I think we're going to use this deck. This is the Soulful Revolution deck. Mary Jo Cranmore, Soulful Revolution TV. She's awesome. She's one of my mentors. I have learned so much from her over the years. She is so smart beyond anything that I'm sure there's other people that are smarter, but she just really has a way of delivering information in an insightful way to keep you coming back and wanting to learn more. Learn. It's not even just about the tarot readings. It's not just about the astrology. It's about everything as a whole and how it works. So if you get a chance, go check her out, because I'll tell you what, she's the one that did it for me 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. I don't tell this story often, but I have never touched tarot in my life. And I was going through a very rough spot in my life. And I needed direction. I was absolutely screaming for direction. And I have a very, very, very solid, stable spiritual background based in the church. I was raised in a Christian home, and I was always taught that this stuff was not right. And I'm here to tell you that they couldn't work more together, hand in hand, if you pretended it did. It just meshes. And there's a lot of people that'll disagree with me, a lot of people that will say, no, it's not right. It's, believe what you want, but my belief system combined with this has allowed me to open up and see things differently, not have to literally kill my brain trying to figure things out, to learn how to trust my own instincts, to learn how that what I always knew, that I have everything inside of me. It's been probably, besides having kids, one of the most positive experiences in my entire life. And I just happened to be watching cooking shows on YouTube, and I'm not a big YouTuber. No, I was not. I was actually, my kids were, and I was like, get off the YouTube. I was one of those moms. Get off your phone. And Never watched any of it, and all of a sudden, up pops Mary Jo, and she starts talking. I was absolutely intrigued from the moment I watched her. And that was all she wrote. That was it. I think I watched her for about a month and said, I wonder if I can do this. And that started my journey. Learning tarot, understanding that whole world. And I will never be done. Never. I will never be done. You know, that's the interesting thing about spiritual studies and when you find your gifts and things like that. It's so vast. And I think that's why I like it so much, is you'll never learn everything. You're always going to be challenged with learning something new. It's awesome. It's awesome. Hands down, one of the best things that ever happened to me. I think it's actually made my faith stronger. It has grounded me more, allowed me to return back to the core of who I am. You know, so often as we get older and we go through experiences, we shed parts of ourselves that we wish that we could have kept, because other human beings come in and do things, or we allow them to do things that chip away at us at a fundamental level. And we lose the core of who we are. And I think through this process, these last 4 years, I have actually regained a good portion of that. And it's been awesome. See, I get emotional. It has. It's been really awesome. And I've been able to help some people along the way. And that is by far the best feeling in the whole world. So that's all I ever want to do. You know, just help people with guidance. That's it. So let me stop running my mouth. We're going to do what may happen today and how you may feel about it, how it may affect you. All right. What may happen today from the collective? We'll take these too. All right. We have Judgment and the High Priestess. Somebody is going through some stuff. This is like an awakening, and this is a knowing. High Priestess is, she studies, she has a knowing. I'll let you take a look at those. She's also quite secretive. She does not spend a lot of time around people, but there is something going on that she may be shedding light on something. She has a knowing about something that is coming to the forefront. There's like someone who's either ready to be judged on some issue that's going on, or there's some type of an awakening happening. And maybe that's what this is. Like, it's time to, hold you to the fire. It's time to make good on this new beginning you got going on. Walk through that door. Oh, all right. How it may affect you. This Hierophant reversed. You may be going against everything that you ever thought you would. You may be willing to shed old mindsets. I feel like some of you are going to be stepping into your gifts if you haven't already. It's also just on, backside. This is going to lead to an immense amount of self-love. You're going to learn how to take better care of yourself. Just manifesting the things you need. The things that you want too, but I think that you're balancing things out. Like you're understanding the difference between wants and needs, and the things that inspire you, the things that, set your soul on fire. And that's what it's about. That's what makes you feel alive, is that passion that you have for doing things. And I think that's what's happening. You're going against the grain. I think we have somebody who is a possible high priestess, maybe someone learning to read tarot, stepping into a gift, clairvoyance, or, any of the clairs, any kind of spiritual gift that you're stepping into that you have been hesitant I think you're turning everything on its end and you're like, no, I'm walking through that door, I'm doing this. All right, let's get some clarification on this. Judgment and High Priestess. So what is that about? Yep. Okay, so Eight of Cups is my walking away from things that don't serve you, but it's also walking towards my spiritual path in this deck. You can see he's walking towards that Ace of Cups. And so, like I said, I mean, it's just verifying everything that we're talking about. Yeah, and you're not going to invest in things that have not proven themselves to be beneficial to you anymore. Seven of Pentacles reversed. You're out. You're like, no more investment here. Not doing this. Hold on, that one. Yep, leap of faith. Look at that. I couldn't. If I tried, I couldn't lie if I tried. I think that you guys are having a hard time holding this in. I think this is something that needs to come out. I think if you try to stifle it, it's not going to bode well. It's kind of like holding the water back with the dam, and the water just keeps coming. It's coming. I mean, you can't stop it. All right, how do you feel about it? You may feel like you're going against everything you were taught. Hanged Man. This is a new perspective. You're getting a new perspective. Maybe you're finding out that the things that you were taught were... It's not that they were wrong. They were just narrow. And so now you're seeing things from a bigger perspective. Oh, sorry. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you've had some heartbreak in this area. I think you've had some people just... I think that, you know, when you're in an environment that... Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Humans go to church too, and they do human things, and they're not perfect. And I think they're held to a standard that when something happens or they do something, we're appalled in some way, shape, or form that, oh my gosh, why could people at church or in a religious group, how could they do this? They're religious. But the truth of the matter is, and I also have had to deal with this firsthand. I saw this happen. I won't get into the specifics, but it wasn't nice. But it took me years because it hurts. It hurts. And this is why I was getting at this Three of Swords. It is painful when the people you trust the most let you down, or actually they're just being human. Death. This is a transformation. I think you are getting a different perspective, and you are finally releasing these people or this belief system. You're not allowing it to hold you back anymore. You know, I know there's probably going to be some people that are like, how dare you say those kind of things? You know, not all churches are like that. Not all Christians, not all Catholics, not all any religion is like that. I'm aware of that. I'm not like that. But there is a good group of people that are, and it's unfortunate because it deters people and it hurts people. And, you know, that's why I think things like this come into play, because we all need our own solid, grounded, sustainable, faith-based system to help us through good and bad times in our life. We're all human. Get another little bit of advice, guidance. So I think you are on the verge of walking through that doorway to something new and better, and I think that it consists of a whole lot of self-love. We got the Two of Swords reversed, which you're no longer blocked. You're not allowing things to block you anymore. You are seeing things clearly for the first time in a long time. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Telling your truth. And you know what? There's going to be some people who don't want to hear it either. And that's okay too, because you know what? Not everybody gets this. Not everybody understands it. Not everybody's going to understand you. That does not mean you don't go forward. That's the truth. Whenever I get the Ace of Swords, oh, I got chills on that. Whenever I get the Ace of Swords after I say something, that always means that's the truth. You know what? Can't make it up. Can't make it up. This is a reading for someone who is just... Oh, you're like, I can feel it. You're like right there. You're like, oh, should I study this more? Should I do this more? I really want to do this, but I'm afraid what everybody will think. Fuck them. Pardon my language. Go ahead, YouTube, yell at me. But you know what? There comes a time when you got to put your big girl, big boy pants on and just do you. You do what you want to do, because if you waste the rest of your life, doing what everybody else thinks you ought to do, guess what? Guess who gets to be first? Never. You. Guess who comes first? Never. You. Guess who's not happy? You. So, like I said, you are learning to put you first. Your needs, your wants, and not in a selfish way. But you know what? It's like I said this the other day too. You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be happy. You have to be full in order to give to other people. And especially in a spiritual setting, if that's your calling, you do have to take care of yourself. You have to self-love, because the amount of energy that you're giving to others to try to help walk them through their things, you have to replenish. You got to know how to take care of yourself. Any other messages? Let's get some more. Appetite. Progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. These are hard to see, but they're kind of cool. They're really cool cards. They're weird. But the messages are awesome. Yellow Jasper. Control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. Who cares? Who cares what other people think? You do your own thing. I can't even see what this whole picture is, but I feel transformation. That's what I feel. You know? Let's get one more. Whoops. Flying cards. Lapis Lazuli. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. See, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. Whoever it is that you are invested in, God, whatever you refer to as God, the many plethora of names for him, you are getting support. So don't think. Because these other people may want you to think that, oh, that's just you're just justifying this whole thing, and it's not right, and you shouldn't do this, and you know what? You do what feels good to you. You do what makes you happy. You do what makes you feel whole. That's all it is. That's what it's about. Okay, that was a pretty stern reading. I'm on one today. So, but my headache's gone, interesting enough. See? Maybe that's all I needed to do is just do a reading and bam, no more headache. Hey. All right, guys, you have a excellent evening, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. And let me know if you resonate with this in the comments. Let me know if this is you walking through that open door, that new beginning, and stepping into your gifts. Please, I would love to know. Okay? All right, guys, have a good evening.